Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alvin here, and today we want to kind of talk about one of my side income stream, which is eBay selling. Before I restarted this YouTube channel to talk about my finances, my initial YouTube subscribers, my videos were all about talking about eBay and how I do my reselling. To my OG subscribers, who have been asking about this particular topic, here it is. I'm actually going to do a quick update and maybe share with you my thoughts and insights into what you should be doing second half of 2024 and 2025 and onwards, because as international sellers like myself, you do need to be mindful of all this going forward. With that in mind, any comments, any queries, you can comment down below. If you want to start an account with eBay, you do need an eBay account and a Payoneer account. You do need to click this video, which I did, I think, a few years back. That video is still relevant until now. That has like 28,000 views and is still ongoing because it's still relevant to today. So with that in mind, let's talk about the very first thing, which is the Payoneer account. As you know, PayPal is no longer payment gateway to eBay, so you do need to create a Payoneer account, which I talk about in that video when you're creating the account for both eBay and Payoneer. So Payoneer, if you didn't know that, if you're starting off as a new seller, you do need to bear in mind that any payments into your Payoneer account, that means whatever you see from eBay, you can actually delay the payment for 1 week, daily, weekly, monthly. If that amount is less than $100 US, Payoneer will actually charge you $1 US. So you do need to bear that in mind if you're selling as a new reseller, an international reseller. That $1 is in effect if you receive less than 100 total payment through eBay. So that is being mindful. That's why I usually will receive my payment monthly. I will urge you to do that. If you are selling frequently and you can meet that threshold, go ahead. The second thing is annual fees. Apparently, if you are receiving less than 2,000 in your account, they actually will charge an annual fee if your whole year annual amount received is less than 2,000. The annual charge is $29.95. All these are in US dollars. If the whole year when you start your Payoneer all the way to the next, year, the month, and you receive less than 2,000, they will charge an annual fee. So you do bear that in mind that you do need to treat your eBay reselling or selling or whatever you're doing with eBay as some sort of business. If not, you have to keep selling until you meet the 2,000 threshold. If not, they will charge an annual fee. That's for Payoneer. The second thing is the valuation, the value fee, the transactional fee. That fee in my categories that I sell, it's actually at 13.25%. That one, when you're selling on eBay, when you list on eBay, this thing is free. Of course, there's a threshold when you first start selling as an eBay new seller. I think the cap is only 500. As you go on selling, you can actually increase the cap to how much this thing you have and how much valuation you have. That means if you sell one item at $500, that's the cap. You cannot sell anymore. You have to sell that off and then see whether eBay gives you an allowance to do more later. You must be aware that this selling cap is in effect that once you sell, and if it sells, then there's a transactional fee. If not, it will be free to list, for 30 days, and then it will keep looping over and over again until it sells or whatever price you put it at. Again, 13.25% is kind of the norm for most categories. My categories are all collectibles. On top of the 13.25%, which you need to take into account, there's also the international fee. Because I'm an international seller, there's actually a 1.3% fee on top of the 13.25. I can give you a rough gauge of what I sold in just recently. I can show you this picture over here. It shows the 13.25, it shows the international fee. Then, of course, on top of everything, after they calculate the transactional fee, there's again the GST on top of everything, the 9%. Previously it was 7, then it was 8, now it's 9% for Singapore. I'm not sure which country you're from. If you have GST, it will be inclusive inside. Altogether, how my pro tip when I sell, I always take my Sing dollar to US dollar as 1:1. That means whatever I sell, let's say I sell 100 US dollar, I would in my head think that is 100 Singapore dollars. That's why I don't really care too much about this transactional fee, because think about it. 1 US dollar to Singapore dollar is Forex is about 1.3, which is 0.7. So that 30% is already embedded into it that helps with the transactional fee, if you get my drift. So that's why I would urge you guys to figure out this portion of the transactional fee first before you think about selling on eBay if you can make a profit. Because 13.25 plus 1.3 plus 9% is already near 20-odd%, which is already near 30%. So you have to think about that. And of course, there's shipping costs and everything, which I will touch upon now. In my previous videos, I would do a free shipping. Now I don't do that anymore. My update on my eBay listings are all, I actually have shipping calculated away from the value of the item that is listed. Having said that, value of the listing plus shipping costs, all this is still the transactional fee. That's everything that has to be deducted out for eBay to transact for your fee. So the reason why I have shipping costs taken out is, first, let's say there's any dispute, I can actually use the shipping cost as a way to mitigate, maybe reimburse or refund the customer if there is some shipping delay or shipping dispute, like damages or something that's happened en route to him. So far, it's very rare for me. If there was any dispute, I will use that refund. Could be the whole shipping cost or maybe part of it. If there was no shipping cost and it's free shipping all the way, you do bear that in mind that the listing with free shipping, it still has shipping costs in it. So how to refund, it might be a bit tricky because you yourself might not know what is it after you sell it and the person receives it down the line maybe 1 month later. So that's why my shipping cost and my listing, the actual item, is separated from here forth going forward, and I will urge you to do that too. Next will be listing itself. Right now, listing is a little bit different. I actually didn't really think too much about it because it was already automated for me. But there's this so-called business policy. This business policy, your shipping, your returns, and of course how the managed payment is paid to you, meaning eBay receiving the funds to you. That one, you have to go through business policy, click on all the different variations, how much your shipping costs, and then you have to put it into business policy. Then at that point, when you're listing your items, you can choose the policy that is relevant to your listing. For instance, this return, could be that you don't want any returns for it. You choose that you cannot return for it. There are some items that you maybe will allow returns, 30-day return, because you think that it's okay for your business. There are certain policies that are embedded that eBay will give you, and then you can use that instead. So you have to set your payment, your return, and your shipping. That is business policy. That one is additional, but is something that you have to be mindful of. The last two things that I want to talk about is there are two websites that eBay created to help international sellers like us. One of which is cPass. This is not really talked about in any videos that I see. I had an account manager who would tell me about it. The issue with cPass is there's a lot of courier services that's not really relevant to Singapore, my country. There are certain, if you are from Southeast Asia, there's Thailand Post, there's Hong Kong Post. But for Singapore, right now, they've actually included Sing Post. You can use that. You have to contact Sing Post and get an account with them. Then you can use their services and then use cPass on top of it. And then basically you have to create a cPass account, connect cPass account to your actual eBay account, which is quite easy. You know, you just have to click all the buttons in it, and then the account itself from cPass or SingPost or whatever courier service that you use, you have to liaise with them. I had this bad experience with MunkMunk. I actually used MunkMunk for a while, and then yeah, I had bad experience with it because they weren't really transparent with their pricing. So I've not used cPass. You can use cPass. I'm not saying you can't. Use cPass. Go ahead, figure out what courier services you want to use, because there's a lot of courier services that's listed in cPass itself because it's from eBay. That brings me to the other website, which is eBayMag. M-A-G. eBayMag is eBayMag together. That website helps you to list on the different eBay websites throughout the eBay ecosystem. Because you're listing on ebay.com, which is the US website. Because eBayMag has a way to, once you create the account again, same thing, you have to create an account, you know, connect the two, your actual account to eBayMag, and then it will port over all your listings to all the different eBay sites, like Canada site, UK site, EU site, which is Europe, you know, all the sites that they can list, and they will help you blast out to the rest. It will show up in your listing. It will show up on your listing page that is a different listing altogether, but it's the same. So let's say if you sell on Canada website, the eBay website, and once it's sold, it will figure out how much, you know, in US terms, and then it will pay you out in US, and then eBay managed payments will pay you as it is. This is very good for you guys who are selling on eBay because it helps you have more listings on the sites. eBay.com is a US based site. You are primarily selling on US, with the US customers, but you want more reach to other customers, like from the Europe side, from Canada side, who may not, you know, buy from US. You know, this helps. So do figure it out. Once I plug that eBayMag into my system, somehow it doesn't list to all, because Italian sites or that it does not go through for whatever reason. I just leave it as this is. So if it works for you, it works for you. So these two websites are something that will be good for you. Bonus for me, if you're wondering which courier or which service I'm using to ship my items, I'm using the Postal Connect. The Postal Connect has been my go-to for over 2 years now. They are very good. Why I'm using the Postal Connect? Because they are very transparent with their pricing. And yeah, you can choose whatever you want to send to. You can go by e-pack, courier services, you can go by registered mail, you can go by any services that they have, which they have the whole repertoire of it, basically. I did talk about how shipping cost is calculated. You can click on this video. And for that, I would urge you to maybe just contact them, have a chit chat with them, and then figure out what suits your needs as with what services they have. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. This video is for you guys who are the OG subscribers. To me, who click on all the eBay videos, are still on my channel, and I thank you for that. This is one of my many side incomes right now. I'm still selling. It's not that I'm not. It has slowed down quite a bit. I'll be very honest with you. eBay selling has slowed down quite a bit since the heyday because of the economy. That does not mean you cannot sell. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you've gone down this far, maybe just comment eBay. At least I know that you've stuck around to the end of the video. This is MunkMunk. Take care everyone. I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye-bye.